Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss how to reverse a linked list. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. First, let me discuss how to reverse a linked list with an example. Let's consider this linked list. We have 4 nodes which are in the address location such as 100, 200, 300, 400 respectively. And each node will have data and address of the next node. For this node, the next node is this one. So address of this next node is 200. So that's why we have a pointer which is storing the address of the next node. Now what I want to do reverse meaning is that the first node address should be null, because now the first node will become the last node. Am I right? Then the second node 20 should consist of the address of this node. What is the address of this node? Is 100. So it should have the addresses 100, and this node, third node, should point to the second node. So what is the address of this node? 200. So it will be having 200, and address of this node is 300. So 40. Address of this one is 300 will be there. So now this last node is pointing to this one, and this one. This is the last node it became. Are you able to understand? Finally, what the head should consist of? What is the address of this node? 400. So head should be having the first node address which is 400. So this is what the meaning of reverse a linked list. So the first node becomes the last node and the last node becomes the first node. This is what we have to do in the reverse of a linked list. Now let me discuss the program for you. Before discussing the program, let me discuss the logic for you. First, you need to understand how many pointers we need minimum to reverse a linked list. With one pointer, is it sufficient? No, one pointer is not sufficient. Will the 2 pointers will be sufficient or not? We will look at. One pointer will be pointing here, another pointer will be pointing here. Okay, good. Now, here what you should have. Suppose let's say that you have a pointer called temp1. Okay, and you have another pointer called temp2 which is pointing to this one. Now what you should have here, temp of next should have the previous node address. Is it clear? What is the previous node address? Should be null. So that null should come here. Are you able to understand it or not? But how can we know the previous node address if you have only 2 pointers? So I can say that 2 pointers are not sufficient. You need 3 pointers. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? I hope you have understood why 2 pointers are not sufficient, because if one pointer is pointing to this node, another pointer is pointing to the next node, then temp1 of next should have the previous node address. Where is the previous node address? We don't have. See, is it clear for you or not? So that's why let me use 3 pointers. So I will write a user defined function called reverse which does not return anything. So that's why I have used the return type as void. Then I need to declare 3 variables or 3 pointers of struct node. One is previous, another one is current, another one is next node. Okay, is it clear? Then what I have to do is that I have to make previous is equal to null, and then I will make current is equal to next node is equal to head. This is what I have done the initialization. So we have 3 pointers. One is the previous. We made it as a null pointer, and we have another pointer called current, okay, which is having the head which is 100. Another one is next node pointer which is having the address which is 100. Is it clear? So this is what we have declared the 3 pointers and we have initialized them. Now what I need to do, I need to check a condition. While next node not equal to null. First let me write the logic for you, then I will discuss with an example. Okay, while next node not equal to null, what I have to do, next node is equal to next node of next. Okay, this is the first thing I need to do. I am traversing the next node. Okay, then what I have to do, current node of next is equal to previous. Is it clear? Are you able to understand it or not? I hope you are not understanding. Let me discuss with an example. First, let me complete the program for you. Okay, then once current if next is equal to this one, then I have to shift the current and the previous. So how I will shift? The previous is equal to current I will write, and then current is equal to I will write next node. Okay, let me close the while. Here what will happen, let me discuss for you. While next node not equal to null, what is next node? Is consists of 100. 100 is not equal to null, so this condition is true. If this condition is true, what are the 4 statements are there in the while loop? You have to execute them. Look at the first one. Next node is equal to next node of next. So initially next node is 100. 100 of next is 200. So you are assigning 200 value here for you. Is it clear? Then look at current of next is equal to previous. Current is what? 100. 100 of next is 200. That what you are making is equal to previous. What is the value is there in the previous? Null. So here you are making it as a null. Are you able to understand it or not? Okay. Then what is the next step? Previous is equal to current. What is the value is there in the current? 100, which is an address that you are assigning to a pointer called previous. Then what is the next statement? Current is equal to next node, okay, which is 200. Now look at what is happening. Now you have a one pointer called previous, which is pointing to this node, and you have another pointers called current and next node, which is pointing to this node. Are you able to understand it or not? Now this link has been down. Are you able to understand? Now you have to create a link from this node to this node. How you will do? You have to make here as 100. This node address you have to make. This node address is 100. You have to write here. So let me discuss again for you. Again, after these 4 statements are executed, again you will check the condition. Next node not equal to null. Next node is having the address is 200, which is not equal to null. Again the condition is true. So again you will write next node is equal to next node of next. 200 is this node. 200 of next is 300 that you are assigning to the next node. Okay. Are you able to understand it or not? Then current node of next is equal to previous. Current node, this is 200. 200 of next is here. What you are writing? Previous. What is previous is having 100. So here you are writing the 100. So now this node is pointing to this node, because here you have written the address as 100, so it is pointing to this node. Is it clear for you? This is done. Now previous is equal to current. So here you will get the value as 200. Then current is equal to next node. So here you will get the value as 300. Okay. Are you able to understand? Now again you will check the condition. Next node not equal to null. Next node is having the address is 300, which is not equal to null. So this condition is true. Then you have to execute these 4 statements. Next node is equal to next node of next. 300 of next is 400 that you are assigning to this next node. So you are getting 400 here. Are you able to understand? So this node is pointing to this node. Current of next. Current of next is this one is pointing here. Of next is means this one they are talking. Is equal to previous. So here you are getting 200. So this link is already down, because once you make it 100, this link will be down. Now this node is pointing to this node. Is it clear? Then what we have made? Previous is equal to current. What is the value is there in the current, which is 300. So that you are assigning to this pointer. Then current is equal to next node. What is there here? 400 that you are assigning to the current node. Now current node and next node is pointing to the last node, and previous is pointing to this node. Is it clear? Then again we will check the condition. Next node not equal to null. Next node is having value at 400. 400 is not equal to null. Again this condition is true. Then we have to execute these 4 statements. Next node is equal to next node of next. 400 is this one. Of next is null that you are assigning here. So you are getting the value here as null. So now this becomes a null pointer. Then current of next, 400 of next, is it clear? 400 of next is equal to previous. So you are getting the address is 300. So now this node is pointing to this node. Is it clear? Now previous is equal to current. So here you will get the address as 400. Current is equal to next node. So null will come. Is it clear? So now previous node is pointing to the last node and current and next node becomes a null pointer. Now once it is done, you have to make the head pointer point to the first node. How you will keep that one? You have to write head is equal to previous node. Head is equal to previous, you have to write. Okay, what is the value is there in the previous is 400. Now you are making head is equal to previous, which is 400. So now this node is pointing to this node, so which is pointing to the first node. Is it clear? Then you are closing the function. That's all. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? So we have done reverse of a linked list using the user defined function called reverse. I hope it is clear for you. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.